So it's time to kill Kurog and there's no time to research. Don't worry, I got you, so let's get started. Finally, we get a somewhat complex boss. Okay, in this fight you'll have to take the boss into one of 4 altars and you can pick whatever order you want. Keep in mind though, when you bring the boss into an altar it gains new abilities and you cannot have the boss in no altar at all because it will wipe the raid. Additionally, the longer the boss stays on an altar, the more damage the raid will take, always ramping up. And tanks, you'll always have to deal with the frontal, that's also a taunt swap, and knocks you away no matter what altar you're at. Okay, let's quickly go over each altar's mechanics. So when you're doing the fire altar, you have to deal with magma burst. This just puts random pools under players. Highly recommend stacking here to bait these. And you'll also have to deal with searing carnage. This is a dance mechanic that will make you poop fire as you walk, so just don't super rush around and just sprint away, just actually take your time because it takes a good 2 seconds for each zone that you poop. When going into the Frost Altar, you have to deal with Biting Shield. This is just taking raid damage that you gotta heal, nothing you can do here, and Absolute Zero. These are 2 soak zones and just have one in melee, one in range, and you can use cooldowns here to make raid healing easier. Onto the Earth Altar, you'll have to deal with Erupting Bedrock. This is just a circle pattern that erupts from the boss moving outwards, just dodge it, and Seismic Rupture. This is random swirlies that appear on the room, dodge these, and they will spawn adds, group them fast and kill them ASAP. Finally, going into Storm, which our guild chose to skip on purpose, you'll have to deal with Shocking Burst. This just makes some players get a massive circle around them, make sure they're alone, and Thunder Strike. This is just some soak zones around the room that you need to go stand on. Once the boss is at 100 energy, it will go into intermission and you'll get 1 ad from each zone that you played on the previous phase. Frost ad mimics some Frost altar abilities, Fire mimics Fire, etc, etc. On Heroic, Fire altar gains swirlies to dodge, Frost gains balls to dodge, Earth gains debuffs that heal absorb, so you have to heal them, and Storm gains an annoying debuff that forces you to spread your raid in pairs, and in each pair you have to have a person with the debuff and one person without the debuff. Finally, the boss can't be moved super frequently between altars or this will just kill the raid, so a good rule is to just move the boss at around 50 energy. Okay, so how do we kill this boss fast and what's the best kill order? And here's how we like to do it. Start on Fire Altar, have your range and melee stack and keep moving when you get magma pools. During the dance, have the range move towards the middle of the room and melee move behind the boss or to the sides of the boss, making sure to never eat a frontal. At around 50 energy, we use a rally and phase the boss into the Frost Altar and form 2 stacking groups, a melee and a range one. We use AMZ in melee and Barrier from the Disc Priest in range to soak the Frost zones and make sure to then start dodging the balls when they come. Onto intermission, we like to kill the Frost ad ASAP because it's the most dangerous, making sure to keep interrupting and stacking inside the ad when it does the AoE damage, and after that we just clean up the Fire ad with the small ads that appear. We then take the boss into the Earth Altar and try to use some throughput and cooldowns to deal with each single heal absorb mechanic. Do the ring mechanic and try to stay together so healers have a easier time healing the raid and kill quickly any adds that will appear. At this point, the boss should die. If you find yourself missing DPS, you might have to do another intermission and perhaps another phase, but in theory, the last phase is all mechanics of all altars together, but we never saw this happen as the boss usually dies way before this happens. And that's it for Kurog. Alright, thank you for watching, and if this has helped you at all, please consider hitting the like and subscribe buttons and I'll see you on the next one. Take care!